tuchiteko stock taking my family design. A little bit of reflection will help us, and I know a lot of people are going to relate to what I'm about to say, and you can relate on either side. I'm not attacking anybody, whether you know me personally or you are just a stranger by internet. I'm not attacking anybody, but like I said, you fall on either side, and it's responsibility from both sides to do better my families. So chonde for kulanda pole cha black tax kajinga night that black tax, but therefore kulanda primary responsibilities my families. Sometimes I feel that we are sana panta and shumland wa burdening kuchita burden ba munyine no kuchita burden aba fiashi na dia ndapo the other day about burdening parents. This time I want to talk about burdening siblings. There might be your older siblings, there might be your younger siblings, or you are the one who's being burdened. And because you feel you're the one who's doing a bit better, you cannot let everybody down. You go out of your way. Mwalisenda my responsibilities are family such that personal progress there is no. Mlandu wakwati, just looking after everything and everybody. Most of you even look exhausted, you are worn out. When you look back, you have nothing to show off or to show for the hard work or the labor that you've put in, because you're taking care of everybody. And then there's the other side of people who rely on other people, my families. Kwa reliance, it's momentarily, number reliance, years and years and years, at this point, there's no excuse, unless maybe there's a disability, or there's an illness, kula kwa yama exceptions ndalanda polionse. But where you are very able to work, to fend, to hustle, to make life move, and you are always the one who throws pity parties, you are the one who always doesn't have, when it's time for family contributions, you don't have, your children are just moving from home to home amongst your siblings. I feel if you are that kind of a person, unless maybe you are older, but if you are still young, it's not too late. Don't burden your siblings. Don't burden your cousins. Don't burden your parents. Economy na ishupa. We all need somebody. We all need everybody to put in effort. Ala abantu abamuchetekera mu bakwati yo pantu babomba ku banki awe pantu babomba kushani ebyana bali bako mu government. And you just feel like, yeah, because when bomba, they need to always come through for you. Worse off, they even have families. Just for them to take care of the extra responsibilities that you're giving them, they have sleepless nights. They live from paycheck to paycheck. Pama pesli pa fya maloni, just to make sure that they take care of your kids. But imwe, when the payments for school fees come, you don't have. When there's an illness, you don't have. You are just relying on your siblings, your cousins, like I said, your aunties, your uncles. And also, you don't even understand a point where aunties to say no, or to say I'll not chip in. Because maybe responsibility is a drain. You start thinking, anyway, it's after I've grown up that I've begun to understand, to say sometimes abama aunties te kwata bafa okusunga abantu alokusunga abantu mwe bantu chintu ichashupa sana, especially kwati imagine we muntu wambiro kuomba 20 years uri kuma 40 usunga fya abantu tawaka tapona break mwe bantu aba nobe. I remember there's a day somebody posted to say, well, for the same amount of money, but your friends are driving expensive cars. If you look back, you realize that you have a lot of responsibilities. 20, 30, they have cars, they have houses, they have shan. You all 40, you are still paying bills for people. Quite my exceptions. My parents all. But imagine from 20 to 40. You've been footing bills for somebody. You're just footing bills. So imwe abana limotete mchita understand to say usheba anti nishibaleka na tapata bale fokusunga abantu alokusunga abantu chali shupa especially muri economy chali shupa. You have to crack your head to make ends meet. You have to crack your head. So mule kwata kona grace abambia ma aunties benu tekwa fete tabafa okusunga abantu or anything like that. If into have shupa, I feel like akale chali if into feel a bit more easier and they were in abundance. Otherwise this time if into nafi kosa mule apenda ko grace ama aunties benu ama uncles benu who are trying or who have been trying nga afika point wakati ambuko na tapana afilwa. Understand them, it's not because tabale fokusunga abantu. So na imwe siblings baba bantu bonde and because you've burdened them, you've given them responsibility. I'll call it a burden because it is. I'll call it as that. It's a responsibility. Na imwe bene mwe bakwati mwalili kafia ma siblings benu they are the backbone of the family. If you are able, and I'll say this again, if you are able, try to start doing something even a little effort. It shows to say you are trying. Of course, we are all gifted differently. We are gifted differently. You cannot be your other sibling. Maybe limbia na mana kuskula alikuata. Maybe limbia aliba. How can I say? They are versatile. They can, live all weather. Whether they are working, they are not working. They are hustling. I'm not grace to Alpsana. We have different, whatever. But I just believe each adult can have something to contribute, especially when it comes to resources. It's not even just resources. Now, fear, just something that is pushing in this other sibling. You might not have money, but you take a produce somewhere, on a monthly or whatever, you take something, supplementing a fiakuria munganda, supplementing whilst this sibling is maybe, sponsoring schools and whatever. Even just counsel, guidance. When they need you to go for meetings, go. There's a way that you can support. There's a way that you can support your children apart from finances. But once you have in the hands of these your siblings, in the hands of these your parents, you even feel comfortable. And some of these kids, when they grow up, they even forget to say auntie, and they forget. They start focusing more on their parents, and I don't want to be here and lie to say this expectation of African parents that when you grow up, at least, but in most cases you find that they are more loyal to their biological parents, whether we like it or not. Mammon. So, my siblings, if you have not been supporting my siblings who have been like the backbone of the family, but my breadwinner, there's a way that you can support. There's no excuse about finances. These people are trying. If you are able, do something. Not always fear. 20 years. 20 years. And also look at it, the impact that it has on these kids. It's not a good one because a lot of stability. And also, but I think you know what I mean. Especially when they are growing up, they'll feel like maybe they are unwanted. Sometimes they feel like they are being mistreated. Sometimes they feel like they're being abused. Mistreat, but it's just responsibility. So if you are trying to avoid all those things, posen kwa mano kusunga abana benu ifo ndefa kulanda muri video posen kwa mano kusunga abana benu na imwe ma breadwinners where you cannot afford, just say you can get mlekala life 20 years mwafe pa amaloni mlando wako afet mfamily mwe obashinti and you are scared to let everybody down. You need to get, if you're not on the video, you need to get to a point where you just start saying no when you cannot manage. Otherwise I feel it's so unfair. So for black taxing and family responsibilities. But again, you can correct me internet to say if you are you can contribute. Yeah, we can share notes here and there. At the end of the day, we just want to have better families, better relationships, better livelihoods. I think that's the bottom line. Yeah? All right.